going within. But there's a story told about Krishnamurti, you know, the famous philosopher, that he was doing a talk somewhere in America, and just a huge crowd there. And he arrived out and he stood and he said, "Go within." And he walked off. So thank you very much. They got their money back. Well, there's another story that about this man that died, and he arrived at the judgment seat of God. And God took out this big book of the life of the man, and he opened it up, and he read out all the sins of the man. And to each of them the man said, "And so I did." And then God said that he'd have to send the man to hell. But the man said, "No, you can't send me to hell." And God said, "Wherefore can I not send you to hell?" That's the way God talks. Not he, she this time. And the man said, "But because hell is where I've always been." And then God said, "Well, maybe I'll have to send you to heaven." And the man said, No, you can't send me to heaven." And God said, "Again, why couldn't you send me to heaven?" And the man said, "Because no matter what I've done, where I've been, I could never imagine heaven." And there was silence in the house of judgment. So I think it's a story of Oscar Wilde, by Oscar Wilde actually. I'm afraid you wouldn't recognise it the way I tell it. But I think it's a lovely story in the sense that it's always so easy for us, isn't it, to see the things that we've done wrong, you know, isn't it? You know, we dwell on them and so on, but it's hard to, and we can imagine, you know, that even if we're happy or we're joyful or whatever, that there's always going to be something around the corner to change it. And that's so, you know, that it's very hard to retain the idea or the hope that we're going to be always joyful or always happy. So, one of the things, obviously, that we're at is searching for a way that life on earth, and life on earth is, I'm sure you probably agree with me that it's sort of challenging, isn't it? Yeah, you know, it's certainly not a bed of roses, unless you come to Clonmacnoise, of course, and live here. But it's finding that inner space, at that place in ourselves where we can find that serenity that Maura talks about. And in order to do that, I suppose we have to look at who we are or what we are. And that's I suppose, an unending journey in a way. But how does it, when we look at it, like, how can we describe ourselves and see what we are? Could I ask you, if you wouldn't mind, just to pinch each other? pinch the person that's next to Now, you probably felt that you pinched somebody, did you?
Yes.
And you felt the pinch yourself. So you felt that was real, let's say, you know. But yet when you go into it, the person that you pinched and the you who was pinched, you find that you're a changing reality in the sense of even the physical reality. Like each of us born as a little child, grow up, you know, we go into our earlier adolescent years with all the youth and the vigour of that, and then the years pass on and the old wrinkles start coming, etc. the hair falls out and all the rest of it. It's obviously a changing scene, and eventually the physical body drops and falls away. So now we have then whether we believe that there's more than that, you see. And for those who believe that there isn't any more, well then that's it. And interestingly, very recently I came across two contrasting views of that. I was travelling on a bus and this woman came and sat beside me, and for some strange reason she started talking about, saying to me, they're really places they are, And I said, what? And she said, there's heaven and there's hell and there's purgatory. They're real places, So I didn't say anything. She said, yes, that's come true in Revelation to somebody in Austria. And we have free will, but it depends, if we use it in the right way, okay, we'll end up in the right place, otherwise it would be fairly hot. No, she didn't put it quite like that. So after a while of that, I said to her, I know it's all a state of mind really. Oh, no, she said, and you'll find out. So I'm coming fairly near to that now. But then I was reading an interview with Dr. Richard Mulcahy, the heart surgeon. And he was saying in it like that he didn't believe in an afterlife at all. And he was doing the best he could with this life and living as long as he could. But that was it. So there you had two visions of what happens, and and each of them held very validly by the different people. So obviously, if we believe that there's nothing, and if that woman's prediction comes true for me, or whatever, but the first stage, if there's nothing, well, that's okay. It doesn't matter what we do anyway. Then that's it. But if we go beyond that, and I'm sure none of you would be here today if we didn't go beyond that, we have the question of what is it? Now there is, I think, what is a very valid theory that all fear is based on a fear of death. And if you look at it that way, you see that if we could get that freedom from the fear of death, what it is, that then we would be free of fear and free to live our lives as joyfully as possible. So, but in order to do that, we need to have some vision, perhaps, of what it is that death means, or who are we in the continuing existence that we have. So we can say, obviously, that we are spirit beings. If you like, we are souls with bodies rather than bodies with souls, which is one way of putting it, and that we continue, and we continue and continue. Perhaps through repeated lifetimes, if you believe in reincarnation, or otherwise, if you don't. But I asked you to do the little exercise of the pinching then, is to look at, if we realise obviously then that we are not the body, but we're more than that. So we have to ask the question like, who are we then? And how do we actually create whatever it is? How do we create? So, what you could say, okay, we are spirit beings, but what does that mean? How do we actually express ourselves from day to day? How do we create our world? If you look at it, isn't it true, our feelings, our thoughts, our imagination? Isn't that how we exist? How each day, when we wake up, how we look at the day, how we decide even what to wear, etc., how to get down to climate noise today, etc., you have to have it somehow worked out through imagination, isn't it? So it seems to be a combination of those, feelings, thoughts, imagination. And that's how we create our world. And would you say, look at which comes first, would you say? You could say that imagination is covered in thought in a way, you know. So which comes first, the feeling or the thought? Thought. Feeling. Okay. So, right, so we have a difference of opinion. Well, you have a clue, say, for example, with the, again, to go back to the baby, the child. How does the child actually express itself? Isn't it through the feelings? It hasn't yet exercised the power of thought in that way. So the feelings actually come first, and they express where we are. But the thoughts, what happens is that as we grow up, our conditioning takes over. The environment that we live in, the whole society that we come into, it happens to shape the way we think. Isn't that so? You know, the whole way of it, and our belief systems tend to be controlled by the society we come into. So if you say, in the sense that we become imprisoned in ourselves, it is through our thinking processes, because they are the ones that are controlled. And that's how we extend that control to others, you know. So in order to obtain the freedom, and indeed that freedom from that internal freedom, is that somehow to have it in our thoughts, to get rid of the fixed opinions, fixed beliefs, etc. And that's not always so easy, of course, is it?